Don't compare yourself to others. Just like the moon and the sun, each of us has our time to shine. If an opportunity presents itself, it's because you're ready for it, even if you doubt it. Sometimes when you feel like you're in the dark, it's not because you're buried, but because you're being planted to grow. Life could have turned out differently, but that doesn't mean it would have been better. It's not difficult, it's just unfamiliar. People see your decisions but rarely understand the options you faced. A slip on one step doesn't mean you should throw yourself down the whole staircase. The bigger your dreams, the slower you sometimes need to move. It's better to acknowledge you took the wrong path than to spend years walking in the wrong direction. Good decisions come from experience, and experience often comes from poor choices. Some people aren't in your life to help you evolve. They serve as reminders of what happens if you don't. The biggest lie you've told yourself is that you're not ready. Focus on nourishing your own growth so much that you don't even notice someone else's progress. Endings are often necessary for new, better beginnings. You will remain stuck until the pain of staying the same outweighs the discomfort of changing. Remember that while you aim for the big picture, a forest is still made up of individual trees. Don't be so loyal to others that you betray yourself. The world may not always reward kindness, but that's no reason not to be kind. If you wouldn't take advice from someone, why let their criticism matter? Healing doesn't erase the damage. It simply means it no longer controls your life. Don't stress yourself by trying to plan everything at once. The mountain in front of you isn't there to defeat you, but to reveal your strength. We tend to love ourselves more than others, but still value their opinions over our own. The version of you that you're afraid to become is the one who will ultimately save you. Forgiveness frees the one holding on to the hurt, and that person is often you. The chains holding you back are rarely placed there by someone else. Deep down, you already know what to do. You're just hesitant to admit it. But once you embrace it, everything will fall into place faster than you think. Your life is guided by the thoughts you hold closest. It's not failure that scares you. It's your potential for greatness. You might be scared of success and the responsibilities that come with it. But one day, when things finally fall into place, you'll look back and be proud that you kept pushing forward. When the path gets rough, you don't abandon the journey. You buckle up and keep moving. Remember, what you don't change, you're choosing. True strength isn't about what comes easy. It's about conquering what once felt impossible. Don't hold the younger version of yourself to the same standards you hold today. Freedom comes when you no longer need anyone's approval. Success should never inflate your ego, and failure should never deflate your heart. The power lies more in your decisions than in your circumstances. Memories are precious. They have a way of making us smile through the tears of yesterday and cry remembering moments of joy. That's the beauty of life. Change doesn't bring pain, resistance to it does. Life is like playing a piano. The white keys represent joy, and the black ones show sorrow. But together, they create harmony. The pain you avoid often holds the lesson you need to grow. The universe has a mysterious way of working things out when you least expect it. You may not notice your progress because you're constantly raising the bar for yourself. You won't know what's right for you until you've experienced what's wrong. The greatest reward from your hard work isn't what you gain from it, but who you become because of it. Wear your scars proudly. They are marks of resilience. You get what you focus on, so keep your attention on what you truly desire. You can't cross to new horizons if you don't let go of the familiar shores. It's not who you are that holds you back, but who you think you can't be. Life turns out best for those who make the best of how it turns out. Happiness often feels out of reach because you look for it in tomorrow instead of savoring it today. Don't compare your journey with anyone else's. No one else can live your story as you do. Reaching out for help or growth is the first real step forward. Pain teaches the toughest lessons, but it's one of the best teachers. Life doesn't hand you what you want. It delivers what you demand from yourself. Problems aren't roadblocks, they're roadmaps. Sometimes solitude is the best remedy for the soul. Life's challenges aren't meant to defeat you. They're here to reveal your true strength. Even joy can become a burden if it's overindulged. You can do everything right and still fall short. That's not failure, that's simply life. Focus on what you have, and you'll always find abundance. Focus on what's missing, and you'll never have enough. Changing your past wouldn't fix your future. It would erase who you've become. Before you grow old, attend as many funerals as you can handle. Listen closely. People won't remember the trophies you won, but the kind of person you were along the way. The walls you build to protect yourself can also keep you from growing. The loudest critics are often those doing less. Look for the light and you'll find it. Search for darkness and it will overwhelm you. Mistakes are inevitable. Perfection doesn't exist. Sometimes those with the darkest pasts create the brightest futures. Embracing pain can be the key to unlocking joy. Progress gets easier over time, but the hardest part is showing up every day. Be the guide you needed in your youth. Trees may begin alongside the grass, but they reach higher by standing tall. Disliking one chapter of your life doesn't mean the entire book is bad. Most people don't think about you as much as you assume they do. Failure is just an opportunity disguised as luck. The things we struggle to forget often hold lessons we need to remember. Don't let your biggest enemy live inside your own mind. Your worth isn't defined by others' inability to recognize it. The real tragedy isn't aiming too high and missing. It's aiming too low and succeeding. Instead of worrying about what's beyond your control, focus on creating what you can. The pain you feel today will be outshined by the joy that awaits you. Everyone envies your success, but few envy the journey it took to get there. If something can be fixed, why worry? If it can't be fixed, why worry? To love yourself, you must embrace the experiences that shaped you. Cold water feels warm when you're freezing. The ones who say you can't or won't are usually the ones afraid you will. You can't add more time to life, but you can add more life to your time. Never quit. You may be closer than you realize. The journey might be long, but every step counts. And in the end, it's not the accolades or the achievements people will remember. It's who you were along the way. So, live fully, embrace your growth, and be kind to yourself on the path to becoming who you're meant to be. Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you may be closer to your breakthrough than you think.